Well, hello, this is Nitin Dahan, and I'm speaking to Pradeep Vajram, who's a serial entrepreneur and investor based in India and the US. Hello, Pradeep.
Hi.
So, I know you from sort of various roles. I think you sold a company a few years ago, Smart Play Technologies, and then you've been investing in various companies and funds. Tell us a little bit about what you're up to now.
Well, after Smart Play exit, we had put a family fund, and that's been investing in deep tech and also infrastructure company. On the deep tech side, we've invested in services as well as some deep tech startups. It's been really good, especially lately. I'm focused on for investing in semiconductor activity in India,
Right.
and as you know, the India is going through huge transformation, and where we've gone from service industry to the product industry, product development. So that's where we think our experience and our connects in the network, networking, what we have in US and India is going to be a tremendous advantage for being part of this developing ecosystem, semiconductor ecosystem in India.
I mean, from what I see, and I speak to a lot of people here in India, there's a lot of confidence now that the design ecosystem is very strong, and there's this new sort of wave of investing into the manufacturing side. But what's your perspective on what's going on, and what are the challenges that maybe need to be addressed?
I can speak to semiconductor startups which are silicon-oriented startups.
Correct, yeah.
The key thing is what advantage we have is we have a talent, we have a market. So those are given. I think the challenges we want to do is the funding is very important for any of these silicon companies to survive and to be successful. It has to be not only India specific, it has to also appeal for the global market.
Yeah.
For that, you need significant funding. I think that's the challenge most of us will face in India. I think eventually the more funding we get from the VC ecosystem, and the government is definitely trying to help, that will be a key thing for us to see, to have that to anchor some of the startups and develop into the global supplier.
And I think one of the things you said to me, which is actually different to what I've been hearing in India, where they've been talking about like developing products for India, but I think there's a little bit of myopia there. I think it needs to be developing products for both India and the world, I think is what you're saying.
Absolutely. I think developing for India is definitely there, but into silicon industry, it's all about the volume game. The better volumes you have, the better price you get, thereby you can be a better position in terms of competition. So India is a certain market, there is a good market, but the global is much more bigger market. You're competing with the folks who are supplying at the global level. So unless you have a global market view, and it's very important to have that to bake in your whole strategy. Otherwise, you'll be limited to the Indian ecosystem, where the volume may not be that big to give you the advantage in the cost.
And from what I understand, I think you've got some things you're doing in this area which are sort of relatively in stealth mode at the moment. When can we hear more about what you're doing?
Well, we're working on multiple things, and it's probably in a quarter from now we will be able to discuss that in more detail.
Yeah.
It's in a good
so
direction.
Q3 2024.
Q3, yeah, 2024. We'll have something we would like to announce what we're doing.
Okay. Well, Pradeep, thank you very much.
Thank you very much, and thank you for coming and seeing me. Really, always pleasure to meet you.
Okay.